Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule and teach well, and peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom. Okay, so I want to get into a lesson starting off in 2nd Esdras, the 9th chapter and the 1st verse. So Lord willing, this is an edifying lesson to the elect. So I'll go ahead and I'll get straight into it. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. That's right. And how is it that we measure the time diligently in itself? By watching. Okay, seeing what's going on around the world, seeing what's going on in the news and filtering it through the scriptures. Okay, that's how we measure the time diligently in itself. Okay, that's how we understand what time that we're in, man. Okay, continuing on. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. That's right. And we're seeing how the Lord is beginning to visit this place, man. Okay, by way of these plagues. Okay, you see that these plagues are being brought upon this place. Famine, pestilence, the sword. Okay, but we understand that these things will intensify, these things will escalate. It will get worse heading into the time of Jacob's trouble. Okay, and how else is it that the Lord is beginning to visit this place? By way of his prophets. Okay, you see that the Lord has his prophets out on the highways and byways, preaching his word in truth and sincerity, warning our people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, which are the Hebrew Israelites, of the things to come, and telling you other nations your judgment. Okay, so we see how the Lord is beginning to visit this place, man. Okay, continuing on. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 9 and verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, okay, and we're seeing the earthquakes that's going on throughout the earth. Okay, it was a couple of earthquakes recently in Alaska, New Zealand. Okay, it was an earthquake in the Japan region. Okay, we're seeing the different earthquakes that's going on throughout the earth, man. Okay, and we're also seeing earthquaking events. Okay, so I'll read this from the top again. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 9 and verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. That's right, it says in uproars of the people in the world. So let's get that word uproar on the online etymology. Okay? When you go into the word uproar on the online etymology, it goes into outbreak of great disorder, man. Okay, it says revolt, violent commotion. And when you go down, it says tumult, riot. It says literally a stirring up, man. Okay, and we're seeing that right now, man. You're seeing the different protests that's going on throughout the earth, man. You're seeing more and more people speaking up against the government, man. Okay, but we understand that these things will escalate. These things will intensify. It's going to get worse heading into the time of Jacob's trouble, man. Okay, so we understand what time that we're in, man. Okay, so let me go ahead and get what else I had. All right, let me get this in 2nd Esdras, the 15th chapter, and I'll start at the 15th verse. Okay, this is 2nd Esdras chapter 15 and verse 15. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. That's right, we understand that it's drawing near, man. Okay, continuing on. And one people shall stand up and fight against another. That's right, it says, and one people shall stand up and fight against another. What's that's going into, man? Civil unrest, man. Okay, and the scripture goes into it in Matthew, the 24th chapter, about how the love of many shall wax cold, man. Okay, we understand, man, it's going to be more and more people turning against their neighbors. Okay, it's going to be more and more people looking to take your goods, looking to put you to death, heading into the time of Jacob's trouble, man. Okay, so we're seeing the civil unrest, man. Okay, but we know that it's going to escalate. It's going to get worse than what you see right now. So I read this from the top again. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 15 verse 15. For the sword and the destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another. Like I just mentioned, that's going to civil unrest. Okay, but we know it's going to intensify. Okay, continuing on. and swords in their hands. That's right. It says, and swords in their hands. Okay. And we understand that a sword is a killing instrument, man. Okay. And when you look at the news, man, you see that a lot of these people, they're going to these gun stores, man. Okay. Loading up on weaponry. Okay. We know these things are going to be used during the time of Jacob's trouble, man. Okay. You see that gun sales is at an all-time high, man. Okay. All these, man, the majority of these people in America, man, you look at, the statistics here, man, a lot of these people are strapped up here, man. Okay, we know these weapons will be used during the time of Jacob's trouble, man. And we know that a sword is a killing instrument, man. Okay, these people, they're going to be looking to use whatever that they can put their hands on, man, during that time, man. Okay, whatever is within reach, man. It could be a bat, okay? It could be a beer bottle, a broken beer bottle, okay? Whatever these people can get their hands on, they're going to use, man. Okay, this is how bad it's going to become out here during the time of Jacob's trouble. And just like I mentioned in Matthew the 24th chapter, man, we know the love of many shall wax cold, man. Okay, so I'll continue on. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 15 and verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men. That's right, it says, for there shall be sedition among men. And I'm going to get that word sedition. If I'm not mistaken, it goes into uprising and rebellion. But I'll pull it up on online etymology. Okay. Let me get that word sedition. Okay. Salakia. Pulling it up. All right. When you go into the word sedition, Salakia. Where is it? Okay. I got it. So when you go into the word sedition on the online etymology, it says rebellion, uprising, revolt. Okay, and you can read down. Let me see what I'm looking for. There it is. You see it says civil disorder. Okay, it says rebellion. Okay, but you see it goes into civil disorder, man. Okay, and we're seeing this right now, man, but we know that is going to escalate on the higher level headed into the time of Jacob's trouble, man. So I read this from the top again. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 15 and verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. That's right, it says, and invading one another. So we know there's going to be people that's going to be getting assaulted out here, man. Okay, during the time of Jacob's trouble, man. We're constantly warning our people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, which are the Hebrew Israelites, of the things to come, man. Okay, so I read that again. Well, I read from the top. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. That's right. It says they shall not regard their kings nor princes. So these people, they're not going to care, what the mayor has to say. They're not going to care what the governor has to say, man. These people, they're going to be taking matters into their own hands, man. Okay, during the time of Jacob's trouble, man. Okay, doing whatever it is that they want to do out here, man. Okay, continuing on. And the course of their actions shall stand in their power. That's right, man. So these people, they're not going to have to, have the governor sign off on whatever it is that they want to do out here during the time of Jacob's trouble, man. They're going to completely disregard the government, man. Okay, so we know, man, it's going to get very bad, man. Okay, we understand that it's going to be places that's going to be getting looted. It's going to be people that's going to be getting assaulted out here. We know there's going to be women that's going to get raped out here during the time of Jacob's trouble. We know it's going to be babies that's going to get put to death. We know that cannibalism will be going on, man. We know that all these things will be going on during the time of Jacob's trouble, man. Okay, it's going to be worse than anything that we ever experienced before, man. Okay, worse than any captivity that we ever been in, man. Okay, pursuant to Daniel, the 12th chapter and the 1st verse. Okay, so we know that we're going to need the Lord during these times, man. Okay, but we know that the elect of the nation of Israel, they're going to be protected and ultimately delivered up out of this place, man. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get what else I had. Let me get this in Revelation, the 12th chapter, and I'm going to start at the 12th verse. Okay, this is Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you. And who's this devil speaking about? Esau, Edom. Okay, starting with these elites of Esau, these Rothschilds on down, man. Okay, these international banking families. Okay, so we understand who's this devil speaking about. Okay, continuing on, having great wrath. That's right, not a little wrath. They're going to come down with great wrath. Okay, and why is it that they're going to come down with great wrath? I'll continue on. Because he knoweth they had but a short time. So these elites of Esau, Edom, they understand that they have but a short time remaining in rulership, man. So they're going to come down with that great wrath, looking to put anybody to death that's coming against their new world order plans, in which we understand their new world order plans is to make this CHIP, which is the MOTB, mandatory. Okay, you won't be able to buy or sell without taking that CHIP, which is the MOTB. But if you take it, you will be destroyed, man. Okay, so we know, man, they're going to be looking to put you to death if you're coming against their new world order plans, man. So these devils, they know they have but a short time remaining in rulership, but we know they're not going to give up their kingdom without a fight, man. Okay, the scripture goes into it in 2nd Esdras, the 16th chapter, and the 71st verse, about how they shall be like mad men, sparing none. Okay, so this damn devil, he's about to lose it out here. He's going to truly show his horns, man. Okay, he's going to be out here rolling these people in the streets, man. Okay, these are the things that's going to be going on during the time of Jacob's trouble, man. But we know the elect will be protected and ultimately delivered up out of this place. We know that the elect will be beamed up into the chariot when the Lord returned, okay, with the number amount of angels and the chariots with him, man. Okay, so with that said, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson to the elect, and I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Chakwadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders at Great Millstone, who rule and teach well, and peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.